Alright, hello, and welcome to the first episode of Reviewing Levels in the Magic tab. I'm doing this series because nobody will send me level IDs, and I'd like to get some experience in reviewing levels. So I will just be going into the Magic tab, playing 3 levels that I deem good enough to review, since not all levels in the Magic tab are meant to be good, and I will try to review everything about them. So anyways, let's get into it. So I'm going to start with Sample Delia by Umbrail Viathan. So with the song Boss Fight Nice Cats Biggie by Boss Fight Official. It looks pretty good so far. Alright, so that part was a decent beginning. It was fairly static and there wasn't that much going on, though it didn't look bad by any means. I think it could easily have been improved by having a bit more movement and dynamism. I like the background here. It's probably the part that stands out to me the most. The usage of glow isn't bad, though it does overall feel very empty. It's going on for quite a while. Okay, this part, again, good use of colors. Oh, those are kind of hard to tell what they are. They kind of look like orbs. I like the shapes in the background, and the color choice is very good. However, once again, the level feels still empty, though the movement, there is more of it, which I do appreciate. I do not understand what to do here. That was very confusing. The colors are changing enough, and the background is okay, though it isn't anything special. It's just, overall, I feel like there's too many different designs used for the blocks. Like, it's confusing to tell which ones are actually useful. And that toggle orb is kind of hard to predict. This gameplay is very, very strange. The background is improving. What am I supposed to do here? I do not like the gameplay. It is a bit too jank for my liking. So the level is starting to look a little bit better. The sync is pretty good. I like the pacing in this part. Both the gameplay, the deco are much better, but it does still feel a little bit lacking in just something. So this part is overall much more dynamic and full than the other parts, and looks just way better. That glow in the background is kind of disorienting. It's a bit too scaled up. Alright. Overall, this level was not bad. It was just, overall, it didn't feel very polished in some parts. Like, there was a lot that could have been done better. The gameplay felt kind of bad. Like, it wasn't that interesting, and it was overall very jank and hard to read. At the end, both the gameplay and the deco were a lot better, and almost everything that I commented on was fixed up on, except for just overall making it a bit less messy. So overall, I don't think I would rate it. Is Acho by Rexilla. The song X1 by Tomboy. So, requested difficulty is 6 stars. So let's see how it is. Ooh, it's very interesting. I really like the line block design. It's really adding to the vibe here. It's giving off a very deep vibe. The background is not very interesting, though that feels intentional, and the movements on the blocks are really carrying. So this part, I feel like it's overall lost some of its vibe here. So the use of 2 colors, while it was very effective in the beginning, felt more of a hindrance there. And there's a few examples of it not being very polished. For example, the missing corners here, or just the lack of a proper background. Alright, so that part was a decent transition. However, these blocks, the outlines don't rotate statically. So I believe the creator should have paid more attention to this, as it's kind of bringing down the quality of the level here. So the color choice is pretty good. Ooh, the background looks very good here. Though, that felt very empty with just the saws. The default saws. So again, the background here looks very good. However, it feels very empty. And the block design is also something to be said. Like, that masking effect is very well done. But the background, it just, the entire thing just feels a bit too empty. And again, monochrome. This part looks a lot better. This part uses the true color effects to a better degree, and it looks pretty good. That hue, that like RGB hue effect on that was pretty good. It looked, that was probably the most standout part of this part. I wish I saw that more in this level. Oh, this part is very empty. There's almost nothing going down on. Though the appearing platforms are kind of nice, they also kind of screw with the gameplay, which I don't really appreciate. It's kind of hard to tell what to do. Alright, well that was an experience. So, Acho by Rexilla was a interesting level. In my opinion, it was brought down by the fact that it only used two colors, the black and white and shades, for pretty much all of the level. The parts that stood out most to me were the parts that used that red, green, blue effect, and I just wish more of the parts had done that. It would really have brought up the level. My favorite part was definitely the beginning because the effects were good, and the rest of the level just felt kind of empty and ruined the vibe it had going at the beginning. Overall, once again, I would not rate this, though I do think it is pretty good. Okay, finally, we have Mystique by Avi the Snow Girl, with the song Forest Maiden by 5 New Grounds. Alright. This actually looks very good. Alright. This actually looks pretty good. The glow is fairly well done. It doesn't feel too empty. The background is nice. It's a bit static, but not too static. This is a very well done glow part, very well polished. There was clearly attention to detail here. This part also looks very good, but I feel like it relies a little bit too much on glow in the background. So the block design is fairly simple, though it does look good. This part, the only thing I would say is the glow kind of overlaps in some parts and looks kind of messy. But once again, the colors are very good, and it really does a good job of building its atmosphere. This is probably the best looking part so far. Both the background, gameplay, and vibes it's giving off are very well done. I like the S block in the portal, though it was not necessary in that case. Those fading blocks that fall over are very nice. Like, I think they're very good. I appreciate the Mark J blocks and everything. Wow, that was a very well polished level. Overall, I feel like it was very good, though it did rely a little bit too much on glow to be anything special. It was clearly polished, well thought out, attention to detail was obvious. The gameplay was easily readable, it was easy, but it didn't just do everything for you. So overall, this level I would probably rate. I'm not sure if I would feature it. I would probably send it for a 3-star because it's quite easy. And yeah, This level was clearly took some time to make. Alright, so anyways, those were the 3 levels we have reviewed today. So I hope you enjoyed. If you would like me to play and review your level, just send an ID. The Discord link is in the description. And without further ado, goodbye.